Hey, what's up everybody? This is Osterberg501 and today I want to go over the lowest recoil build for the P90 in patch 12.9 of Escape from Tarkov. Now, before we get into the video, 99% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up with all my Escape from Tarkov videos. And like with all of my builds, there will be a link in the description to the Tarkov Gunsmith website where you guys can go and see all of the parts for this build and see updated prices for all those parts on the flea market. Now, this is another one of those weapons that doesn't have a ton of parts you can change on it, but I still want to do a video on it if there are some newer players that don't know some of the small change you can make to this to make it a little bit better. And I think this is a really underutilized weapon in the current meta of the game, and I still think it's a very, very good weapon, especially if you have high enough vendor rank to be able to buy the SS190 ammo from them, because then it's a incredibly cheap weapon, and not being able to change a bunch of parts actually makes it super cheap on that front as well. So first off, to put a sight on this, we're going to be using the FN90 upper receiver for P90, and then you're able to put your sight on that, and then you can also put your tactical device with a mount on it as well. For the sight, the only things you have to determine for your sight is how much ergo the sight's going to affect on the weapon, what sights you like using, and what range you're going to be using these sights in. But it's a P90, so unless you're kind of doing a troll build or just a fun build, usually you're probably going to be using like an EOTech hollow sight or some type of red dot. Then you also put a mount to put a tactical device on this sight mount. So we're going to be using an FN90 rail to put a tactical device on, and I'm currently using the D-Ball tactical flashlight. I would always recommend having an IR flashlight for the hip fire accuracy increase, but the D-Ball, to my knowledge, is the only tactical device that has a flashlight and an IR flashlight, so I'd recommend using that one. Then going to the back of the gun, we're going to be using the Damage Industries butt pad for the P90. Now, you don't have any magazine options for the P90, but all of them are 50 rounders, and even from the flea market, these magazines are pretty cheap. I think they usually sit at around 50k, so that's another reason that this is such a good weapon. You get 50 round magazines that are incredibly cheap, even if you can't buy them from the vendors. For the stock of the weapon, or with a P90, it's essentially a majority of the weapon. The two choices are the same exact thing, they're just different colorings. Usually, most of the ones you will see are going to be the kind of brighter tan-ish color, because those are usually what come from raiders. Usually the only place you find the darker, like black looking ones or darker gray looking stocks are usually from weapon boxes or from marked rooms. It does not matter at all if you buy either of the colors, they can still do the same exact things. Then for the barrel, we're actually going to be using the shorter barrel, because with the longer barrel you can't put the attachments on the end of the barrel like you can for the shorter ones. So we're going to be using the 10.5-inch barrel, and then on that we're going to be having the FN P90 flash hider, and then on that we have the FN silencer, and then finally we're going to have the K&M charge handle for P90. Like I said, there's not a ton of different things you can do to this weapon. There's just a few parts that if you're new to the game you would want to change up or use specifically. I'd always recommend having a silencer with this. It's not really that expensive. Pretty much anyone that is going to be found from raiders is going to have it. You can usually find one with the silencer already on the weapon for not that much more on the flea market. And I think this is just one of those classic weapons that is still as strong as ever, and I think it is very underrated right now in patch 12.9. Another really good thing is that if you have the vendor rank to be able to buy the SS190 for this weapon, they pretty much never go out of stock because not enough people are buying them or thinking about this weapon. So that's also another plus. You don't have to worry about that ammo going out of stock and having to time the vendor reset to be able to get ammo for it. And like I said, there will be a link in the description to the Tarkov Gunsmith website to see all the parts for this build and see updated prices for those parts on the flea market. So subscribe if you want to see more Escape from Tarkov videos. Leave a like if you liked the video. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about the P90, and thanks for watching.
Буду бить аккуратно. Кепка, кепка! Вон он! Блядь, ебать его! Вот он! Нормально, нормально. Вон он! Нахер! Нахер свалили! Ёбнули нашего! Куда? Вон он, упырь! Да вот! Да понял, понял я. Блядь, тут нашего завалили! Ты... Пацаны, окружаем его! Так, пацаны, сегодня мы кайфуем. Вон он, блядь! О, вижу их! Вон! Понял. О, вижу их! Вон он, блядь! Ебать его! Стороны! Тут! Вижу уебище!